How my favorite mates doing? My name is DiaBellical and welcome to an episode of Babbling where I actually wanted to talk about a specific thing today. Yes, we actually have a topic then compared to the other Babbling Bells of when it's just like every monthly where I just talk about updates for the channel. I actually wanted to do this because I actually wanted to have an episode where I actually talk about something and it's not gaming. I always kept saying that I needed to make a video where it's not gaming content, and I would have thought it would have been a ranking video or a 3x3 or something, but I think this is good enough to start because I think I can actually talk about this and not go dead weight or deadhead and just decide not to, just blank off and not like I'm doing right now. I'm fucking doing right now. I've done this so many times now, by the way. This is like the 6th time of me trying to fucking record this goddamn episode because I just don't know how to do this intro. But once I start actually going into it, I'll be able to actually talk about it. So recently, the big man Ludwig, if you don't know who Ludwig is, well, I'm not going to explain it because I am horrible at explaining things, but if I were to explain it, he's a bigwig on Twitch and YouTube. He is a head honcho, good guy, cool man, look at that smile, perfect. About 3 years ago, he did a video called I Made a Secret YouTube Channel to Prove It's Not Luck. And it was a pretty fun video to watch, even though it says I didn't watch it. I did. It was just that I didn't make YouTube content at that time, so I watched it on my old account. He made that and it was pretty cool to watch, but then recently he decided to make a video right here. Is it all luck? I made a secret channel to answer this question, and I watched it. I didn't really think much of it on that. After that, it was a fun little video to watch, and he was just trying to do a hypothesis on whether you could start doing streaming on Twitch and how well it could actually go. I watched it, pretty fun, didn't think of it, but then on Twitter or X, there was a post was made by vidIQ basically about the summarization of Ludwig's video, and it's a pretty amazing summarization of basically what happened in the video. It goes very well. It basically tells you the key details of the video, and it's very long but very thorough, and even Ludwig himself decided to say something, and he loved the thread. He loved the thread too. Reading this, it kind of gave me a little bit of a stir in the head of, even though I'm on YouTube and I kind of stick with YouTube, I haven't really done Twitch at all, nor do I think I'm going to do Twitch. Maybe I do plan on streaming. I'm not really sure if I'm going to do YouTube or Twitch. That's still in debate in the air. That's been in debate for 2 fucking years now. Now, let me be clear. Don't take all my advice to heart, but I am happy where I am right now. And, as someone who's been making 2 years and have been trying to, at the very least, keeping up with a good grind weekly of making a good amount of videos, I think we're at like, I don't fucking know. How many videos have I made now? Almost 500? Almost 500. Well, 421, but that's almost 1,000. Half of 1,000. Basically, that's to 1,000. Did that make sense yet? I don't really know. But this is a video just to me, explain my thoughts on everything, on if you want to make YouTube videos. I guess this is just a video to help me get out of my bubble of just making gaming videos. I don't really do enough of commentating, of just of actual topics and trying to just express myself, because I really don't express my thoughts about things, nor does it really matter. No one could give 2 shits about my thoughts, and that really should be the case because my fucking thoughts are exactly bland. But this is me trying at least, so let's see how well it goes. If not, well then here goes of 6 times of running it back on OBS for nothing. But I started working on YouTube February 16th, 2023. That's when I first ever made my video, and it was fierce to fathom. To be fair, I kind of really just did it because the YouTubers I was watching, they all kind of did horror gaming content in the beginning, so I was like, oh, well, maybe I should just do that. I'm sure everyone who wants to make a YouTube channel ends up watching videos on like how to create a YouTube channel, and if not, then honestly good for you. I mean, but for me, I kind of at least wanted to get a good heads up of what creating content's like and what's in store for it, and kind of just a little bit of tips and tricks for creating YouTube channels. Not the ones where it's kind of just like, oh, if you want to gain subscribers, do this. I didn't really watch those. I kind of watched for example, PewDiePie's videos on making content and all that. I watched Jacksepticeye's videos. He didn't really make a specific video. He did make a video about thumbnail creation that I watched over and over again to get a little bit of insight. But he does have a little snippets of him talking about him making his channel and his thought process, and a few motivational words from Markiplier. I'm basic. What do you want from me? But those were the people that I really did look up to. So those are the people that I'm gonna look towards to gain some sort of insight on making content creation. And when I was watching their videos, it all kind of revolves around the same thing that I do believe heavily now myself. The basic thing you have to understand is that when you make videos, you have to be able to enjoy what you're doing in the first place in order to actually get results at the end of the day. And when I say results, it doesn't necessarily mean like views and all that. It has to be more so self-fulfilling at the end of the day for you to make these videos and put them up. The main thing when it comes to making YouTube, at least in my perspective, is that you really have to love what you're doing. You have to do it for the love of the game. You have to do it for the love of the game. That's basically what I got from it, and that's basically what I was told from watching videos. You're not really going to go far for making YouTube content for the wrong reasons. If you're trying to do it for, either for publicity reasons or financial reasons, unless you get hit with the biggest stroke of luck, like if you're winning the fucking Powerball out of nowhere, you're not really going to get the results that you're looking for. But if you're looking more so of just doing it for the love of the game, like for me, I just love playing games. For the love of God, I loved playing games ever since I was a kid. I have a huge connection with playing any sort of games. It doesn't even matter what kind of game I'm playing in the first place. It could be any sort of game in any sort of fashion. Doesn't matter if it's strategy or dating games, which I don't necessarily play, but it just popped in my head. It's a very big part of my life. And as sad as that really sounds, and so that why when I realized that I could do YouTube now, I'm at that age where I'm a grown adult, I can make my own damn decisions. I could do YouTube and play games and do YouTube as a hobby at the same time. Will it go somewhere? Well, no one really knows that, but who knows? Anything's possible in a day. Anything can happen the next day, in a month, in a year. Everyone has a reason for starting YouTube, but at the very least, for the people who kind of stick around, I would like to think they're doing it for the love of the game. Maybe not. I mean, I'm sure some people who have been doing this for years now, I'm sure it's turned into a job, but at the very least, when they first started doing it and kept going with it, that they've done it because they did it because they love doing it. Because if you do it for almost any other reason entirely, you're not really gonna like doing it. You're not gonna enjoy doing it. You're not gonna enjoy recording it. You're not gonna enjoy editing it. You're not gonna enjoy posting it, because when you post the video, and unless the biggest stroke of luck hits you and you get hit with it, especially if it's your first video, you're not really gonna see a lot. But the second thing I would say is that if you're making quality videos, it doesn't really matter what kind of videos you do, but unfortunately for YouTube, it's always going to be more about quantity over quality. At the very least, in the beginning, it is going to be kind of important to, at the very least, keep posting. It's all about repetition, like brushing your fucking teeth. I mean, for me, for example, I wish I could have a lot more time when it comes to making videos. I really do just try to scrap together a video or two. Sometimes I get away with it and I get just an hour-long playthrough of just pure gameplay, but with new ways of editing videos, like I've said before in a previous video, Papa Mead's videos, they're like half an hour to an hour long, maybe even more, and they're greatly edited. I envy the editors of those videos, because it's amazing to see how editing videos have gone a long way. People have become so creative with themselves that I personally can't keep up with it, because I kind of need to learn it myself. But it's become such a big thing. But if you're someone who prefers quality over quantity, you know what? You do you, man. But at the very least, I would say at least try to make sure that you're doing at least one video a week. That's the best I could say. I'm someone who tries to post daily, or at the very least I skip a day or two. YouTube likes it when you like to post either daily or at the very least a good amount of times a week. And that is something that you have to prioritize too, but usually it all depends on the type of videos you do. If you do vlogs, you don't really need a lot of editing, but if you do gaming videos, kind of need some editing. But if you're someone who likes to have a lot of quality over quantity in your videos, if you're someone who doesn't know a damn thing about editing, don't worry about it. For the love of God, don't worry about it. I have DaVinci Resolve. I use fucking DaVinci Resolve, and all I really learned how to do for editing was how to do green screen effects and how to make words disappear, how to do rising suspense music, or how to make music, fade away or something. I know the basics. I don't know the exact specifics. I need to learn that at some point, but at the very least, depending on what the type of content you make, it's going to require a little to a lot of editing. And honestly, That's for you to decide if you want to do a lot or a little. Just try to find a nice balance at first. And the third thing that I can really say, because my brain's basically, I'm basically, this has been like a half an hour now of me basically saying the same fucking things. And who knows, that this video is gonna probably be only like fucking 10 minutes. So, but the third thing that I can say before my brain fucking becomes fried is that you need to learn to put yourself out there and market yourself. Even though I should be practicing what I preach, it'll be so good for you guys if you learn how to market yourself in a healthy way, might I add. PewDiePie did a good video of himself that I would recommend having you watch on how to market yourself in a healthy manner. But for me, I'm trying to do it. I mean, at the very least, bare bones minimum marketing is I go on X and Twitter, and I just basically post a clip of my video and I say, hey, if you enjoyed the video, then click this link right here. It takes you to YouTube if you enjoy it. I would definitely try to learn the healthy ways and unhealthy ways of trying to market yourself, because I do know, for instance, that like if you're going to someone else's video and you're saying, you should be watching my video, don't look at this guy's video, click on my link right now, you're kind of gonna look like a jackass. I mean, sure, constant uploads and enjoying the process is gonna be good for you, but even then, if you're not getting good results, it's gonna chip away at you and wanting to do YouTube, because at the very least you have other people that you can collab with and you're having at least more fun with, and nothing really is going to stop you at that point. And then that's marketing yourself already, is that by playing with other people, they're going to see you in their videos and you're going to see them in their videos, and it's always a good nice balance of, you know, marketing each other. And you don't even have to look at it like that. You're doing it just by not even realizing it, because you're just playing with other people that you enjoy in the YouTube space. But as long as you find that nice balance of those big three, that's the very least of what I would say before my brain decides to go numb and I just start babbling about useless shit, because this has been about an hour now. I don't remember when I said half an hour, but a half an hour later, this is where we're at right now. Me spewing utter nonsense. Oh god, how am I gonna fucking end up doing other videos of not gaming? But to summarize it all up, make sure the biggest thing is to make sure you're having fun. That's the biggest thing you need to have, is that when you make these videos, make sure you're having fun with it. That's the biggest thing. You need to make sure you're just having fun with the process and doing it for the love of the game. Otherwise, you're gonna stop yourself immediately and you're not gonna want to do it. The second thing, quantity over quality, which is the most annoying thing I could say about it. Maybe in the future, when you guys become head honchos, you can focus more on quality and quantity, or if not, I mean, basically the choice is yours. But as long as you're constantly showing yourself up on YouTube. And the third is marketing. Learn how to make friends. Learn how to get along with people on this internet. Learn how to just market yourself. That's all it comes down to. Learn how to make sure to push your content out so other people can see it, and not just on the platform you're on, whether it be Instagram, Twitter, or X, Facebook even, TikTok. Those are big ones. I think Queso himself said that about posting constant TikTok clips of yourself. All in ways to where your content isn't just stuck on one platform. And to make sure that it all just reaches out to every sort of corner on the internet. And eventually, I mean, hey, there could be a guy who clips your content and likes it, and then they post it, and that helps bring it in. Marketing is a big help. And I mean, even with playing with friends that you make on the internet, you play with each other, and that's even just a little bit of marketing. As long as your content is on another platform that you haven't posted yourself, then really you're kind of just winning already. But that's all I can say for wanting to do YouTube for you guys if you want to start out. If you want to do streaming, then I highly recommend you watch someone else. I'm not the person you should be watching for this shit. But at the very least, this is insight from someone who I would say is definitely a small YouTuber and has had still a beginner's look on it. But that's all I can really say. Who knows if I'm even gonna fucking upload this video, because honestly, it's just been a bunch of rambling. And if you've taken at least a little bit of advice from this, then you know what? Thank God, because this is going to be a hell of a video to edit over an hour of fucking footage. But other than that, mates, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, leave a like, comment down below, and share with a friend. I'm fucking beat, man. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, share with a friend, subscribe. I'm going to go and have a fucking bomb pop before I overheat or some stupid shit like that.